Fighting, exploring and looting are bread and butter of every roguelike game. But how do they hold up in Hyper Light Breaker? Jump with me into things to find out. After launching the game, I speed through the hub area since there's not much I can do there, and I go right into the Overgrowth, which is basically a place where our rounds will be happening. There I test my blade, my special skill, which does look cool, and discover I can double jump. Neat. Then I've met this lovely fella who, after exchanging our worldviews, decided to lend me his gun, which is so nice. Obviously I'm gonna give that one back in no time, but I just assume I might need it for a moment on the surface. Oh, this looks familiar. In case you didn't know, this game is a prequel to an amazing Hyper Light Drifter, but gameplay-wise those are two very much different games, so let's not worry about this at the moment and let's go back to the shrine. When it comes to the shrine, there's not much I can do about the shrine at the moment, and if you are wondering if the story is connected between two games, I haven't really experienced much of the story so far, so I don't know. If you are interested in the story of the first game, I recommend watching this video, because I gotta talk to the first gentlemen that I'm meeting here. Hi guys. Okay, so it turns out they are not so nice after all. I don't know what happened to manners in this world, but thank God there's a pro gamer right here to teach you all. I gotta admit, the first fight was kinda harder than I would expect, but thanks to me being so good, now it's the time to get the loot. So it turns out that for some stuff you gotta pay with those drops that you get from killing the enemies. Speaking of which, I have a strange feeling that I may encounter some of them very soon. Ah yes, my spider senses are tickling, but I don't see anybody. Well, after that little encounter I could use some healing, so I'm just gonna head back to the shrine and nope, looks like it doesn't heal me. But oh, look at that, there's the guys at the roof. But it looks like they're having a great time by themselves, so I'm not gonna bother them. I'm gonna finish the story topic. So everything I know so far is that there's this big bad guy and you need to fight him, and in order to do so you first need to fight 3 lesser bad guys, and that's basically it. Now since I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna try to talk to him first, but if he doesn't want to talk, then I just have to kill him, and I'm gonna obviously do it first try, because I am a pro gamer who has experience in this type of games. Speaking of which, I see a lot of people comparing this one to the Risk of Rain 2, because they are both indie roguelikes, they are both 3D with a third-person perspective, but I don't know, for me it feels really different. Maybe it's because it feels like Hyper Light Breaker puts much more emphasis on the quality over the quantity of your enemies and your items. So I don't know, maybe it's a weird thing to say, but it reminds me more of the original Cube War than the Risk of Rain 2. But yeah, I'm talking over here and this guy started to be a real pain in the ass. But thankfully I have mastered the most honorable fighting tactics, putting explosive traps on the ground. So now I just have to lure them in and oh get shit on, and you too, and you as well. I ain't dying today. Just like I told you guys, I am beating the Abyss King, or what's his name, the big bad guy, in the first try. Let me just head to the first boss.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell.
Oh my god, you know what, it's fine. First time they spawn on the roof, now I have to fight them with my special explosive traps, which are the best weapon in the game, by the way. And now I'm just gonna split and put and pitty and patty and putty and pata, and just like that they are all dead. I bet you thought I was going to die. No. So explosive traps are basically the worst thing in the game. So yeah, I died due to a clear bug, but then again the game is in the early access, so some bugs are to be expected. I got sent back to the hub area, which has a lot of permanent upgrades that you can purchase, as well as some gear for your next run. And while I was walking around the place, I was slapped with this masterpiece. Yeah, the music in this game slaps. But no time to get emotional, I have some business to take care of. Back in the overgrowth, and it turns out that I'm in the same world that I just died in. Yeah, you have 4 tries in every world, and then if you don't succeed, you got to go through the whole thing again. So it means that I can take on the Abyss King still in my first try. Okay, so maybe this time I will gather a better gear to have something to fight with. Like this orange weapon, I mean, if video games had taught me anything, it's that orange equals good. Look, it's so good that this fine gentleman wants to admire it. Here, come take a look, don't be shy, and I'm... Holy... I gotta admit that this blade of yours is very impressive as well. Thanks for sharing it with me. But yeah, if now we can just calm down, because my gun is kinda running out of battery, which is basically ammo in this game, and okay, sir, now you just basically decapitated me, which is not very nice, and... So like I was saying clearly a bug, there are a lot of bugs in this game. So because of this bug I lost some durability on my items, and when it gets to 0 I lose them. So I still have one more try with my legendary weapon. And this time I will beat the shit out of the King of the Abyss, or what's his name, and become the King of the Overgrowth! Then guys, this game is pretty hard. I mean buggy, but also kinda hard. It doesn't really feel like it has a much of a learning curve, but still in early access, so it has a lot to be added. Oh, and look, developers even addressed this very issue. I mean, it's obviously not an issue for me, because I'm the best gamer of all time. But yeah, I'm not really too worried about the early access thing, because I already know 2 very good roguelike games which started in early access. I mean, when Dead Cells first released, it only had like 3 bosses, and look at it now. Especially considering that the developers are already addressing the most important issues that player base is pointing. But yeah, if you are expecting a finished game, don't buy it now. I have my hopes up, I think it's pretty good already, but it definitely has some bugs. Like, look at this slime, it definitely does too much damage, which makes it kinda annoying. I mean, I'm the best gamer of all time, but what is this? Oh look, it generated a new word for me. I mean, it normally happens after 4 failed tries, but it's still my first one, so must be one of those bugs. You know, it's early access game. Speaking of which, I like the procedurally generated words here. I feel like it keeps exploration fresh. I was afraid the words were gonna be bland, but with the addition of the structures and everything, it feels pretty nice. And I haven't really experienced any word generation artifacts, which, not gonna lie, I was expecting at this point, but I was also very interested about one thing, and that is tough finding of the enemies. And I think I've just found their biggest weakness. The stairs. See ya later, suckers. Yeah, so usually in open world games you can find a lot of cheeses, which I obviously don't need because I'm a pro gamer, but just oh look, he's dead. Okay, I think it's a high time to go beat the first of the 3 bosses that you need to take down before challenging the Abyss King. And before challenging those bosses, which are called the crowns, you have to gather those things called prisms. So let me just grab that. And off we go. Okay, so it looks like the second prism is somewhere inside this tree. Actually, judging by the minimap, it looks like it's signed this little fella here, so I'm gonna have to cut you. Sorry, nothing personal, kid. You know, I'm coming to conclusion that it actually can fight back. Oh my god, who would have thought? But worry not, I already have a plan how to beat it. Look at the minimap, see this little grenade here? It must be the best weapon in the entire game. So let me just get it, and now we can fight. Now come on, come over here, get it! Yeah, so grenade is bugged, but it won't stop me from defeating the little batty bat. It's over, Anakin, I have the high ground now. And oh, you think you can get to me? But I have to worry, your attacks are useless against me. I am being called the best gamer of all time for a reason, so should you just go and die? Huh. I bet you thought I was going to die. You should have more faith, man. After giving it a second thought, it might be a good idea to use that extraction point. Not that I need it, but you're probably interested how it works. Basically, you can get back to town without dying and wait a second, why is there a second health bar on my screen? An engineer, so what, you're basically a nerd here, right? That one should be easy. Oh shit, he has explosive traps. You know what? It's fine. It's really fine when you think about it. You just have to not step into them. I mean, how hard them... Oh my god, those are smelly gamer explosive traps. No, I am not doing that. Thank you very much. After giving it a second thought, maybe sometimes the wisest move is not to fight. I mean, why even bother when you can outsmart your enemies? Like, look, he's a smelly gamer. He won't step into the water like ever. See, I just outsmarted the guy. I just beat him without even fighting him, so like, now I just have to go to the extraction point and you know what, that won't stop. I mean, this isn't my first rodeo. Like, what, a bunch of wolves is gonna stop me? I mean, what, the second bunch is gonna stop me? I don't think so. Like, thanks for my cool grenade. And now I'm just gonna take advantage of your biggest weakness, this stairs. You can't get... Yeah, so that clearly was a bug. By the way, did you know that you can parry in this game? You have those little shields, just look. And you can deflect attacks just like that. Now, the timing on this isn't too generous, so you can also fail to do so, and that is the worst feeling in the world, so you will never see me attempt this again. Now, apparently by parrying you can regain this red health, and you can only dash 2 times in a row. So that brings a lot of skill into the play, but you know what? I think enough was said and done. It's the high time to kill the first boss and then go for another 2, and the Diab's King, or what's his name, let's go. So here we are, and... Oh my god, it's a furry. You know what, at least they could have given me some challenge. I mean, what, this is supposed to be a boss fight? Oh my god, it's clearly bugged, oh my... You know what, now that I think about it, this wolf lady could treat me better. Like, what happened to Hello? Nah, she don't have time for that. Like, nah, she just has to jump on me with her giant ass sword right off the bat. But then again, lack of manners in this land has been an issue for a very long time. Don't worry not, I am here to teach everybody a thing or two, so let me just beat her up. Well, that just happened. After dying to a fly in a true roguelike fashion... I'm stuck in it, bitch! By the way, fly is a type of bug, so I technically died to a bug. I decided that it's the time to change things up a little bit. I mean, I'm doing great over here, but what about others? Like, for some other players, this game might seem kinda hard. That's why I logged into the game's Discord and found some really nice people to play with, to help them. Obviously. And let me tell you, this really felt like a change I mean they needed. The fight started to feel more fair, like the game was balanced around 3 people playing it. We did encounter some new actual bugs. We look so dumb, there's 3 of the same character.
Wait, we're not the same though.
We are though. What?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You look like a girl character from me.
Really?
Yeah. The game just knows something about you that you don't know.
But we did genuinely had so much fun. If you want to play this game, I advise you to grab some friends along the way. And just like that, we are back at the first place, ready to take her down. Oh shit! Trying to stay away from her.
Oh shit!
Fuck me! Oh.
Oh, we didn't know about all that!
Oh.
Well, at least we tried.